Hey there, everyone. Had my pre-op blood work done today, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about just kind of where we are with things. Um, I've been pretty anxious today, not gonna lie. Um, I think just as it gets closer, it gets real. I was anxious before I went in this morning, and but then once I went back to have my stuff done, um, they really put me at ease. Everyone was so nice and friendly and comforting. So while I was there, I did really well. But then I've really kind of been struggling this afternoon. Just just can't turn the brain off, and but I'll be okay. Uh, Okay, so let's see. I went in this morning, went to the hospital where I'm going to have the surgery, went to the exact location where I'm going to be going on Wednesday for my surgery. It's my hospital's really cool because it's called like the women's something. I don't even know what it's called. Anyway, that's pretty bad, huh? Women's, I don't know. Anyway, it's this part of the hospital that's just for women's health care. I think that's it, women's health care or something. Or anyway, so and so like that's all that's there in that part of the hospital. Surgeries, everything. It's just it all has to do with women's healthcare issues, and so I that's neat. I like that. Um, Checked in. They gave me some paperwork about anesthesia. I've never had general anesthesia. That's been my thing that I haven't wanted to do ever. So a lot of the questions I really couldn't answer because I haven't had it before. So I you know can't say that I've had any kind of reactions or anything to it because I don't know. Um, the questions were pretty simple though. I mean, not really a health history, but just wanting to know like if I had any lung conditions or breathing problems or blood pressure problems or just things like that. And then they wanted to know all the medications that I was on. And so then after I did the paperwork, it was a few more minutes and then they called me back and I went back and they talked to me some more about the paperwork that I'd filled out. And then they basically just kind of talked about what was going to take place then on the day of surgery, which it was really nice and helpful because I kind of had like this list of questions in my mind when I got there that I knew I wanted to ask, and I didn't have to ask any of them because they answered everything that I wasn't sure about. And so on the day of surgery, I'm gonna go, and my surgery's at 9 o'clock this coming Wednesday, May 31st, and I have to get there at 7, and I'll check in, and then they'll take me back to a different pre-op area, and my husband can go with me and be with me there. That's where I'll change into my gown and get my IV and all that stuff, and he can stay with me there until then I actually go into surgery. And about the only thing that I have to do prep wise is the night before I have to take a shower, and then I dry off, and then I use these wipes. They're kind of like just big giant baby wipes, which I thought that was kind of cool. Instead of having to use like Hibiclens or betadine or whatever, I just have these wipes. And so they gave me instructions for those. I do the night before, I take a shower, dry off, and then use these, and there's 6 different wipes, and I have to like basically wipe down my whole body with these, and then go to bed, get up the next morning, and then do the wipes again. So it's just to try to prevent infection, whatnot. But yeah, I asked about a bowel prep because a lot of things that I've been reading, people were saying that they had to have that, but then probably just about as many people don't have to have it. I think it kind of depends on the doctor. So I guess I'll definitely find out for sure when I go in for my doctor pre-op visit, which is on Tuesday, the day before my surgery, and see if there's anything else that I have to do for that. Otherwise, I'll just be NPO, nothing by mouth, no food or drink or anything after midnight before my surgery. And let's see. I think that's about all on that. Then when I was there today, I also saw the anesthesiologist, and he came in and just kind of said, basically, you know, we're putting you to sleep. And it was all right talking to him. I mean, I really wasn't anxious. And he asked if I had any questions, and I just said, well, I've got pretty bad anxiety, and my doctor had told me that you guys would give me something to knock me out. And so he's like, oh yes, let me write that down right now. And so after he finished talking to me, then he left, and the nurse came back in, and she looked at the notes that he'd written, and she's like, oh, something for anxiety. And I said, yeah. I said, what's he giving me? And she's like, Valium. And I'm like, nah, you know, that didn't really thrill me. I mean, whatever. And I said, how much? And she's like, 10 milligrams. And I was like, okay, that's all right. I can live with that. I mean, I was hoping for, you know, give me a shot of Ativan or something. Give me something heavy duty so that I won't be climbing the walls. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully that'll do the trick. And if not, then I'm gonna be like, give me something else, because unless you people want to see me have a full-blown anxiety attack, it's not gonna be fun. Yeah. So today's been a little rough mentally, but I would say that I'm still doing good. I'm, you know, the added stress and the anxiety, just thinking about the surgery and just having my brain just being on a hamster wheel, just going round and round and round thinking about it, of course, then causes the menstrual bleeding to reappear. It had just almost completely stopped there, but it pops back up, which just reminds me why I'm doing this. So I know that, again, I know it's the right thing to do. And I'm just glad, I'll just be glad to be on the other side of things. Once I wake up from the anesthesia, I'm going to be like, yes, I made it. And the rest of it will be fine, you know, whatever. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know if I'll do another video before my surgery or not. It just depends on if there's anything really exciting to share when I go in to my doctor on Tuesday. But who knows? It's me. I'll probably check in and have something to ramble about. But I think that's pretty much it for today. It went quick. It went smooth. There, you know, it wasn't complicated. It was just kind of go in there, go through the paperwork. I had to sign a lot of things. I signed the consent for the surgery. I signed this paper saying that, you know, I realized that I'm going to be sterilized by having this. It's like, darn, you know. What else? Just administrative paperwork type stuff that you have to do. Yeah, but I mean, it was it was smooth and you know, like while I was there, while I was actually going through it, I was pretty at ease. I was pretty relaxed. She took my vital signs. I think I said that she drew my blood. Can't even remember if she drew my blood. I had to give a urine sample. But my blood pressure wasn't too terribly elevated. Usually it goes kind of, but it's just due to the anxiety. But it was decent today. It was yeah, it was better than it was yesterday when I went to the psychiatrist. But yeah, I think that's it. So I will check back in probably before surgery. So see you later.